What you're about to see is the anatomy of a staged event, a hoax. On July 12, 2011, CNN correspondent Ben Weidman produced a video news segment from Libya reporting that he and his news crew were under fire from forces loyal to then Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. However, numerous inconsistencies are immediately visible in the broadcast, indicating that the incident appears to be a staged event. Let's run through the video in its entirety. Then we'll run through it again with an analysis.
In western Libya, rebel forces lost and then regained control of a strategic village near Tripoli, and our senior international correspondent Ben Weidman was there. He was actually caught in an ambush by Gaddafi forces. He is now live for us in western Libya. Ben, it is great to see you, obviously. Tell us what happened.
Well, we had arrived at the outskirts of this village, Goalish, where, according to Human Rights Watch, there had been looting and burning of private property by the rebels. And we were really there to investigate that. We hadn't been at this checkpoint on the outskirts of the village more than about 5 minutes when we came under fire from Gaddafi's forces.
Our drivers.
Get in the car, Mary. Okay.
You guys, wait.
Okay. Get in, Mary.
Wait.
Wait. You in, Mary?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, just calm down. Sway.
Cool.
Down, get down!
Okay, we're leaving this area because there's gunfire all around us, and we believe that Gaddafi's forces are doing a roundabout movement, so we are rushing out of this area.
You alright, guys? Alex?
Everybody's fine. We're going as fast as we can. We can't tell who the... Okay, shway, home. Okay. Is the other car behind us?
Yes, behind us, yeah.
Okay. All right. There's a lot of gunfire. Continuing to come through. Gaddafi's forces apparently have entered Goalish, a town we were in just the other day that the rebels took on the 6th of July. And there's been talk that they might be building up forces to make a counterattack. And it looks like the counterattack is going on right now. We're driving as fast as the cars will go. You see the other one?
Yeah, still behind us.
Okay.
Big man.
So we got away from that area, and what we saw is that...
The first clue that this video is staged occurs right away. Note that just as the audio of the gunshots occur, we see Weidman run to the car with his head down. Yet the other men in the video remain calm. They neither ready their weapons nor do they fight back. In fact, there is no evidence that they can even hear gunshots because they are not even looking around for any assailants. Let's look at the video and decide for yourselves whether the Libyans appear worried about enemy gunfire. This is not likely to be the behavior of fighters being shot at by enemy combatants.
Get in the car, Mary.
As the car begins to leave the scene, we hear camerawoman Mary Rogers shout, "You guys, wait," because the car, with Weidman already in the back seat, begins to leave without her. She continues screaming hysterically as she enters the front passenger's seat. Then we hear Weidman asking if she's in the car yet. But this is a Hyundai. Why would he ask if she's in the car yet? He can see her sitting right in front of him. The dialogue is strained and unrealistic. And when the car is speeding forward, why is there a cut to Weidman in the back seat narrating if there were shooters lining the road shooting at them? And why don't we see any evidence of shooters when the camera is pointed forward? The road ahead doesn't appear to have any Gaddafi forces. No signs of gunmen. No signs of any activity whatsoever. But the most glaring evidence that this is a staged event is the gunshots themselves. Note that the crisp audio pitch of the gunshots remains constant throughout the video. This is not consistent with what gunfire would sound like if it were recorded from inside a car which is speeding away from gunmen shooting outside. The sounds we are hearing in the video have a crisp, high-pitched tone to them, indicating that they are occurring near the microphone which recorded them. It's as if the gunshots were edited into the video. Or that CNN had arranged a little friendly fire with some of our paid mercenary forces to give the appearance of a moment of danger for Ben and his crew. Gunshots from a distance have a more muted, percussive sound, minus the crisp, high frequency which quickly dissipates in the open air. For the crisp sounds in the video to be realistic, there would have to be gunmen directly lining the street firing at the car as it drives by. Those shots are recorded from close range. Those are not the sounds of shots echoing from a far distance away. Do Ben Weidman and CNN expect viewers to believe that if there are that many gunmen and that many gunshots fired, that there would be not one single bullet hole in the car? There's no evidence of any gunmen firing at the car, no bullet holes entering the car. So are we to believe that there was a row of gunmen lining the street, firing at that car, yet not one shot hit? Not one bullet hole in the car. There's holes in this story, all right, so big you can drive a truck through them. American television news networks are multi-billion-dollar instruments of the State Department, the CIA, NATO intelligence, the military-industrial complex, the political class, and the Wall Street billionaire class who owns them all. To think that they are anything other than spokespersons for the ruling class is a grand delusion. There's a lot of revelations these days about the fraudulent nature of mainstream network news. Objectivity in the mainstream news? Anyone who believes that is watching too much mainstream TV news. Turn them off and get your news from credible sources like RT.